Cabinet refresh coming up. Stay tuned. We weren't planning on doing anything with the cabinets in the camper. We were just going to leave them alone. We weren't going to paint them or anything like that, like we did before in our old camper. But then I had an idea. Like, one way we could update it a little bit is on the cabinet doors, the upper cabinet doors. I've taken most of them off. I have 2 more to take off, and we're going to take the door apart. I'm going to pull the inner panel out of it, and I'm going to replace that inner panel with some frosted glass, and then put the door back together and then hang it back up. So if you want to see how I do it, I'm no expert at it, but if you want to check it out and see how it turns out, stick around. Here you can see the upper cabinets that we're going to do the refresh on. There's the solid oak cabinet doors. I've already taken 3 of them off, and I just got to take the remaining 2 off to get started. So we're back in the garage. Sorry about the glare. It's bad no matter which angle I'm at. But so I got the door here. Let me show you. There's like a joint there, finger joint right there. If you can see it in focus. And so what I have to do is I have to knock the panel off this way, this whole ridge here, and basically try to push it off so it comes off that finger joint there. So a couple of them out of the 2 out of the 3 that I've done have been kind of rough, but they came off. But hopefully next 2 will be a little bit easier. So here we go. I'm going to see what happens. I'm no expert at this, at cabinetry, taking doors apart or any of that, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm just going to put a clamp, C-clamp, on one side and a couple of clamps on the other, and just going to try to hold it in place. And then I'm just trying to take a block, 2x4 or 4x4, or even this little thing I got here, this little flat bar with the right angle on it, can kind of help there. And try to basically just work on both ends to knock it off this way. Just using the square edge, make sure it's nice and straight there, and just sticking it here and just popping it. So now that I got it apart, this middle panel is stuck. It should just slide out. It's not easy, but it's tight. There you go. There's the end piece. So once we get a new one, slide it in, put this back on. There are some little staples along this area. I'm gonna try to pull these staples out. The staples are what's holding it. See there, you can see the side panels coming out. It's coming out of that groove. Wiggle it there. See if I can get it off. I may need to pop it one more time. It's got some staples holding it in there. There it is. This one did actually split once I flipped it over on the front side. This little piece came off, which goes on the front there, but once I put it back together and glue it back in place and clamp it, it'll be fine. But it's kind of a bummer that that did actually happen. But now you can slide the panel out. But it can all be fixed. Doesn't always go easy. So I ordered some frosted glass a few days ago, and that came in, so I went and picked it up today. Let me show you that. Just some frosted glass panels, frosted on one side and plain on the other. I'm gonna put the shiny side out on the cabinet door. Here's the cabinet door without the panels. So, but before I do that, I gotta pull those staples out. I don't know if you can see the staples there, but I gotta pull those out first. Then I'm gonna put the panel in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Now in here it actually curved around, so it's really only coming out of the bottom, or the back side I should say. And then this one, the other side, has two in there as well. They're really tiny, so they cut real easy. I'm just trying not to cut them, which I have on some of the other ones, but if you grab it just enough to hold on to it, you can kind of twist it and pull it out without pulling it too hard to clip it off. There we go, that was a little tight right there. Just wanted to show you that inside these panels there are little black rubber bumpers that the glass sits on. So it just kind of rests in there between all the little rubber bumpers, so it's not really glass against wood. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking some glue, some wood glue that I got, and I'm going to put it on each side of the finger joint, and just going to spread it around with a little brush. Hopefully I'll never have to take these apart again, because if I do, this side's not going to come apart very easily. I'm actually just using an old toothbrush. A small paintbrush would be better, but this is what I found easily. Some of this glue will squish out when I put the frame together, but that's okay, it'll wipe off. So there it is, glue on both ends. I'm gonna take my frosted glass, shiny side out. Just gonna slide it down into the groove. There it is. I'm going to take the other part. You can see the little rubber bumpers in that one as well. Just going to slide it down over the finger joint and just push it tight. As you can see, some of the glue's coming out. That's okay. Just getting it lined up. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting some little giant or small tack nails in there. I'm just kind of holding it. I've already looked to see where they need to be shot at, so here's a little 1/2 inch brad nails. This glass is actually a little looser on this one than it was the rest of them, but that's okay. I can always put a little dab of clear silicone on the back down the groove or something to tighten that panel up. It's funny, that is the only loose one out of the bunch that I've done. You can see the glue's kind of coming through the front. I'm just going to wipe it down. I'm actually going to put a little nail on the end, shooting it down into the lower part of the frame. And that is pretty much it. Once the glue dries, it'll be good. It's not going to go anywhere, that's for sure. So there you have it. Here's the cabinet door that split. I've already put the panel together and put the glass in there, but you can see the little bit of glue there. But overall, it looks pretty good. It's still got some wet glue in there, so I think once it dries, you're not going to really notice it too bad. But you never know what's going to happen when you're doing this kind of a project. I just didn't want you to think I was only showing you the good ones, but you know, you got to take the bad with the good. Here you can see where I put the little felt pads behind the glass. Just as a little buffer between the glass and the back of the cabinet. So there it is, the cabinet refresh. We just changed those 5 upper cabinets and put some glass in them and just changed the look up a little bit. So we like it, and hopefully you liked it and liked the project. And if it's something that you like, I'm sure you can tackle it yourself and do it in your camper. It's not that difficult. So stick around if you like what we're doing as far as renovations go. We got some more renovation videos coming out here shortly, so please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, hit the like button and all that good stuff. You know what to do. So until next time, we'll see you on Runaway Roses. Bye bye.